Thank you all for joining. We have some great numbers here attending, and we really appreciate it. This is Maxlite's consecutive year doing a LightFair review. A couple of quick notices before we begin. LightFair 2013 were record numbers in Philadelphia. LightFair 2014 is scheduled this year in Las Vegas from June 1st through June 5th. Following year will be in Philadelphia, not New York, as many people had anticipated. And then following in the year 2016, unprecedented, the show will be at San Diego. So we'll see whether Las Vegas is in the cards or not. Beyond that year, we'll see. I want to thank you all for taking the time to join us today, and I hope you don't mind, but I'm going to ask you all if you could just take a quick moment to take a poll for us. We're trying to get an idea of the number of people who join us in total, and what we've learned is that often there are several people wrapped around one PC monitor or in a conference room. So very quickly, I'm asking you all if you could take the poll that we're viewing together. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. Great. Thank you all so much. All right, and let's begin. LightFair 2013 in Philadelphia was a great hit for Maxlite, certainly. We debuted many new products and many competitors, many great booths that we saw. Not too much on the side of new technologies. There has not been, as LEDs have been making great strides in improvements in both cost per lumen and total lumen output. So it was almost, you could say, a bit of an LED show, but the traditional light sources were there and represented well. And certainly when it comes to design, there was a lot of new designs, there's a lot of new fashion, a lot of things from Europe that are catching on here. If you missed LightFair, LFI, LightFair International website is still open. You can just Google it. I believe that the website URL is actually lightfair.com. And it's not too late to see a lot of what went on at the show, including awards that were issued. I highly recommend you take a look at some of the award categories, including Best New Technologies and Best in Class. You won't be disappointed. The Maxlite booth, we were really overwhelmed by the response for our Troffer panel products, our LED Troffer lay-in products. Maxlite, frankly speaking, dominates this product category with the most product offering and at the most price points, including the edge-lit products, which are very beautiful, very low profile, has a skylight look to it. The direct-lit models, including the specialty products such as the round panel and MRI specialty products, and of course the best-selling Eco T Troffer. Now, we did expand the Eco T line, and we demonstrated at LightFair a new low bay fixture. This low bay fixture has an unprecedented lumen output. In other words, you could not get enough fluorescence in, say, the 2x2 size to match the lumen output, the delivered lumens that we can get out of a 2x2 LED fixture today. This will change spacing criteria over time. We're debuting the product as a low bay, and it will work great in that application as well as many others. So look for new opportunities with LED that we just did not have before, this being a great example. We introduced the Micro T panel. The insiders and our sales manufacturers representatives around the country had a preview of this product earlier in the year. We were all very excited to announce it publicly at LightFair. The Micro T flat panel, and I'll use the 2x2 size as an example, is typically a low lumen output type fixture, typically housed with either two F17 2-foot F32 T8 lamps, or with maybe two Biax 18-watt lamps. Not a lot of light output, but a very pretty fixture, very high aesthetic fixture. The designers, the architects like this type of fixture, but because of the low output that you could get with this type of a design, it was kind of limited to reception areas, entranceways, not generally used for general illumination. Now, with the Maxlite Micro T with LED light engine, we can get 3,500 to 7,000 delivered lumens. These can be used as a primary light source, giving you another option in the Troffer applications. Quite beautiful. The pictures do not do it justice. Maxlite.com has some better full-size photographs that you could take a look at if you're interested. Fully controllable, just like the other Maxlite lay-in Troffer products. All of these LEDs have dimmable drivers. They can be used with 0 to 10 drivers, handheld remote drivers. They are compatible with motion sensors, daylight harvesting systems, and the like. Another addition that was debuted at LightFair in Philadelphia last month was the Arc Max. Now this product comes in 1x4, 2x2, and 2x4 sizes, and it's designed to look like, aesthetically, it looks very much like a T8 or T5 indirect troffer. But in fact, it is an LED direct lit. Again, very beautiful fixture, another option for these troffer lay-in applications, and a high aesthetic look with all the same controllability. And in continuing with the troffer applications, we introduced to the marketplace 2 lay-in troffer retrofit kits for those places where taking out the fixture is not desirable for lots of reasons, including asbestos and hazmat issues, leases versus owning the building, can go on, but when you have an application where it is not desirable to actually pull the fixture out, we have 2 troffer retrofit options for you. We have what we call the Batwing, and it's nicknamed Batwing due to its profile shape. The RKT retrofit kit troffer, 1x4, 2x2, 2x4 sizes, very easy to install. I myself did 1 fixture in less than 4 minutes. That includes fixture prep. So it's a very simple, very smart retrofit kit that minimizes the install time and gives you all the controllability while maintaining the investment of the fixtures that you might have now. And also available 1x4, 2x2, 2x4 size is what we call the V-bar or the RKL. V again for its profile shape, the RKL for retrofit kit linear. Well, as you can imagine, first off, the 2x2 and the 1x4 is actually the same SKU. In a 2x2 application, you would take the 2 24-inch bars and put them parallel to each other. In a 1x4 application, you would put them end to end for a 48-inch run. And also for the 2x4, obviously you would put the 2 48-inch bars side by side, but this product has already been touted as a great retrofit for 8-foot T8 and 8-foot T12 lamps by taking the 2x4 retrofit kit and putting it end to end opposed to side by side, and it's doing a great job there. As a matter of fact, that seems to be where the most interest is at this moment. Several retrofit jobs going on already. Quick case study for, I see a couple of questions here. The availability, thank you Nadia for taking care of that. When it comes to the DLC on the retrofit kits, I'm going to back up and explain that because of the shape, the DLC considered the Batwing a viable retrofit for troffers. And it is DLC. We have David Delgado from our West Coast engineering staff online, and I believe he can confirm that we have a DLC for the Batwing type. For the V-bar type, because it's so versatile and it can be used in many more applications other than troffers, the DLC does not have a category for a product such as this. So for the Batwing, we have DLC, and for the V-bar, we will not have DLC as there is no category for this type of a device. Quick case study here, and I'm going to do more and more case studies. You distributors, you representatives have done a great job bringing these products to the industry, and I want to share with the others. This happens to be a case where there were 64 linear T8 lamps, F32 U-bends. This was replaced with a 45-watt 2x2 Eco-T LED flat panel. 15 cents a kilowatt, 12 hours a day, 365. There was a total payback in initial investment in 2.3 years and a total savings of $16,000 in the first 50,000 hours of the product. And I want you to know that all of the case studies that we'll share with you today do not consider any utility, do not consider maintenance costs. This is just straight energy. So certainly when you add in the maintenance costs, if you add in any utility rebates or incentives, these numbers move in the right direction. I have a question from Ellie in Colorado. Ellie, there is no lens right now. The LEDs are actually individually lensed. You have to really take a closer look at the product at Maxlite.com. You'll find the retrofit products and more technical information about them. But as they are, they deliver a great light output, minimum glare, and they good for food service as the individual LEDs qualify. Another product that we debuted, and I'm terribly disappointed that I was not able to get a better photograph for you of this product. This is what we call the L-Form. This is a 4-foot linear product. Comes in 2 wattages, 22 and 44 watts. We are working right now to redesign the product to where they can snap together in a linear fashion for an unlimited length of light. But meanwhile, in these 4-foot cable hung form that they are in today, it's quite aesthetically a very pretty product. We're looking at using these for platform lighting and other areas where a uniform and continuous light is required. Very, very nice product. I want to also share with you the security light. Now, this product has been in the Maxlite line for almost 2 years now, but it was very interesting to me how many people had seen it for the first time at LightFair. This is a 14-watt security light. We have all seen this housing, this form factor with every type of light source imaginable. High pressure sodium, low pressure sodium, incandescent, pin-based CFL, screw-based CFL, and now in LED. 14-watt light engine that replaces up to a 70-watt high-pressure sodium, has a built-in photo control, turns itself on and off. Quick case study on this. This replaced an 85-watt CFL in this particular application, but for those of you in the know, you know that a 70-watt high-pressure sodium consumes about 85 watts. So even replacing a 85-watt high-pressure sodium, you would have similar numbers. We put the 14-watt security light in place. This was 10 cents a kilowatt, again, 12 hours a day, 365. We had a payback in less than 1.7 years and a total of about $34,000 in the pocket of the end user in the first 50,000 hours. Floodlights, we have expanded the line. As you know, we've had the 14, 30, and 50 watt unit in the line. Now we have doubled the SKUs available to you. The standard 14, 30, and 50 watts are a standard 160 degree beam angle. Going forward, we will also have a narrow beam of 60 degrees that you can use for flagpole statues and other areas that you highlight. We also have an optional poly lens. SKUs have doubled from 360 degree beam angle floods in 15, 30, and 50 watts to 6 SKUs in the same wattages, both in 160. Quick case study here. This was interesting. The sale was not motivated for energy efficiency, but for the maintenance of it, although the calculations I've done were all based on the energy. These were in the Carolinas, where they like to light up their palm trees, quite beautiful in the evenings. They had a maintenance issue of keeping all the lights lit all the time, so they chose LED for the long life. They took 70-watt high-pressure sodiums that were in recessed canisters in the ground, abandoned them, mounted the 14-watt flood fixture with a photo control at 9 cents a kilowatt, 12 hours, 365. They had a payback in less than 1.9 years with almost $20,000 in energy savings over the first 50,000 hours. Garage fixtures, which Maxlite has both a DLC and non-DLC categories in 20, 40, 60, and 70 watts. Quick case study for you here is actually an atypical application as opposed to a garage or parking facility or a facade of a building, where we found this case study was actually in a giant walk-in coolers. This was some kind of distribution center. They took out 175 watt metal halide, replaced it with 40 watt, 12 cents a kilowatt, 24 hour a day. At 24 hours a day, they had a payback at about 1.6 years and over $45,000 in the first 50 of use of the product. Tremendous dollars we're talking about here, and again, not including maintenance, cost of bulb replacements, not including utility incentives, just straight energy. Maxlite has a line of wall packs, both full cutoff DLC version and the traditional style non-DLC. I've heard rumors that DLC will have a new category for forward-throwing wall packs, so we'll keep you posted on that. Certainly Maxlite will seek DLC on our existing products when that cat's out. And I see David has confirmed that the RKT, the Batwing style, are DLC listed. Thank you so much, David. Quick case study on wall packs. Took out a 250 watt metal halide, and you should know that a lot of these sales, they're taking out 400 watt metal halides with the 40 watt. Absolutely, there's a reduced foot candle count, but the coverage is exceptional and often more light than the means lumens that comes out of an HID lamp. Look at the big picture, 250 to 400 watts are replaced with a 40 watt very easily. This particular case, I don't know where this was, but very expensive power at 18 cents a kilowatt, 12,365. They had about a 1.5 year payback period and about $150,000 saved over the first 50,000 hours of the product. Tremendous numbers, folks. I want to share with you some changes and some additions to the Maxlite screw-in LED line. Of course, we have our PARs. We have a PAR 16, PAR 20, PAR 38. We also have the very popular BR series, BR 20, BR 30, BR 40. I've been told often that these BRs don't look like LEDs when they're installed and they're lit up, and that in itself is a selling advantage for some people who just don't like the aesthetics of seeing individual LEDs or the thick lenses. The BRs are at a great price point, a high efficacy, and a very desirable look. So if you're not familiar with them, take a closer look at them. See, we have a message here from John. John's asking about, are the LEDs replaceable? In our troffers, John, all of the LEDs are in strips, either 2 or 4 foot strips, and they are replaceable, as well as the drivers are replaceable. We have 2 additional screw-in products. One is a short neck PAR 38, and the other is a PAR 30/R40 size product that uses a 277 volt driver. This is a 277 volt screw-in product. Many territories across the country have large applications for this. There's virtually no product in the market for it. In addition to the PARs, we also have an expansive line of screw-in LED products, including the A-style. We have the omnidirectional A-style and the multi-directional. The omnidirectional, very happy to say, is now in 6 and 10 watts and coming very soon, a 15 watt equal to 75. Also, you should know that Maxlite is the first to have a GU24 based omnidirectional LED product on the Energy Star webpage. This actually should have an Energy Star logo. I apologize for that. Yes, the very first to have a GU24 based. So you OEMs who are logged on, contact Chris Primus for information about how you can quickly convert your fixtures, your residential fixtures, to a Energy Star fixture by adding the Maxlite omnidirectional GU24. Quick overview of the balance of our base lamps. We have candle lamps with both flame tip and torpedo shape, both with a optic that gives a look of an element as well as a frosted type. We have an expansive MR16 line, both with G10 and GU 5.3 bases, a very expansive line. We have updated our very popular G25 size 15 watt LED globe product. We have added to the line a set of G9 based wedge type lamps for your pucks and elevator and other applications. And we have added a new linear T8 lamp with an internal driver. The internal driver is new for Maxlite. Previous, we had an external driver, and we heard you loud and clear, and this 20 watt internal driver is a great product. See some questions here. Jeff from California is asking, how soon are we expanding the LED GU24 lamp line? Very, very quickly. Started with just 1 product. We're up to 3 SKUs. We've doubled the Kelvins. We're up to 6 SKUs. Look for globes and candles with that base in the very near future. We are adding a BR GU24 base lamp in the next phase. So Jeff, keep an eye on it. That line will be expanding. Very happy to introduce to you a commercial recessed retrofit kit. We have taken the difficulty out of retrofitting your existing HID or fluorescent commercial cans. This can it has been introduced in an 8-inch size, but it will very soon be 4, 6, 8, and 9 inches, and by special order we can also do 7 and 10 inches. We have a 26, a 32, and a 42 watt light engine. You choose your reflector size, you choose your lights output that you desire for your application, you order the product. For installation, we have patented product that makes installation easier than installing the initial can in the first place. We have a product video on the installation, so take a look at that at maxlite.com. Just took about 2.5 minutes to retrofit a can to LED from compact fluorescent. So take a look at that. Maxlite has introduced a series of tunnel lights and a new wall pack style. These are called Maroc. These come with manufacturability of these products is really what's behind it. We have 30 watt modules. You can have a 30, 60, 90, 120 just by adding the 30 watt modules. The assembly process, they can stack these together. We have enclosures. Makes for a very short manufacturing process. short delivery times to you. And all of you should know that the number of products that Maxlite, LED products that Maxlite is making in the U.S. is growing every day. Our West Caldwell manufacturing facility is expanding. There is a construction crew there literally right now. I visited the headquarters. Very, very impressive. More and more products, indoor and outdoor products, are made right here in the USA. We have the Maroc roadway fixture, which is not necessarily new. Maxlite has been marketing this product for a couple of years. It was this manufacturing technique that inspired the tunnel lights and other products. Another addition to the LED product is a simple set of wrap fixtures. They're not that exciting. The standard 2-lamp or 1-lamp, sometimes 3-lamp fluorescent versions have been around for a long time. They're a low aesthetic fixture. We are one amongst the first to have a LED version. We have a 2 and a 4 foot. The only options that we really have is a dimmable driver or not, as well as a wire guard. You might ask yourself, why a dimmable driver for a wrap fixture? Well, if you want to do bi-level dimming, you would require a dimming driver. In other words, you can have it set to where it's 30 or 50% when there's no occupancy in a stairwell. As soon as somebody enters the stair area, pop up to 100%. Very, very ultra energy efficient. In addition to the wraps, same sizes, 2 and 4 foot, Maxlite has a line of vapor-tight LED fixtures. They're a high-quality vapor-tight. Vapor-tight fixtures, 99% the same out there in the marketplace as far as aesthetics. Or it just mattered really whose lamp and whose ballast you're using. Maxlite is using the higher-end, higher quality stainless steel clips to hold the lens in place, a thick, heavy lens. All the ridges are done on the inside, by the way. Maxlite acknowledges that one of the downsides of a long-life LED product is that no one is going to visit the fixture regularly, minimize the amount of dirt and debris that collect and actually appreciate the lumens over time. I would also say here that for the first time in Maxlite Solution, we have a product that evolved from LED to fluorescent. Not only do we have these fluorescent LED vapor tights, but we have now a T8 and T5 vapor tight as well. David mentions we'll have DLC on these in 4 to 6 weeks. Thank you, David. Very popular at the light show was the debut of Maxlite's LED linear products in 110, 160, and 250 watts. These have an efficacy of about 100 lumens per watt. You have the option of a standard AB bi-level built-in or a dimming ballast for motion sensor bi-level. These products are amongst the most high efficient in the category in the market today. They are utilizing fluorescent housings and components, so all the same options are available to you: wire guards, lensed doors, motion sensors, and so on. Maxlite, for that same application, has introduced an LED pendant. These pendants are IP65, so I can foresee that people will be using these for outdoor applications as well. They come in 130, 160, and 200 watts. And the high output floodlight, this is a 3-headed fixture, can be single, double, or 3 heads. Each head can be narrow, a wide, or a medium beam, and we can mix and match those beams on each head. And each head is field adjustable. So this is the type of fixture that fits in the category of we can do things now with LED that we could never have done with previous light sources. Layouts for this type of product is quite difficult, but we'd be happy to help you with that. This fixture is not necessarily a 1-for-1 retrofit fixture, but this is a fixture killer. This is a 2 or 3-for-1 retrofit product. For those of you not familiar with the high output flood, I urge you to go to maxlite.com, become familiar with it. We can spend an hour just talking about this fantastic product and its versatility, but I will spare you today for the purpose of time. I want to quickly remind you all that Maxlite has put together a utility rebate finder for utility companies across the country. Maxlite.com, you'll find a link for it from the front page. You choose your state, a drop-down menu appears, you choose your utility, and then all of the Maxlite products that are eligible for that utility's rebates are listed there, not only which products, but how much the rebate is for, a link to the utilities website, and even a link to the form that you must fill out in order to get that rebate. This program, this service that we offer, was touted at LightFair and very, very well received. In addition, we also have a return on investment calculator that has drop-down menus for selecting, making it very easy to use. And we also have a button now that allows you to get a richer and fuller calculation sent to you via email by request. Last but not least, Maxlite has this webinar department in the form of the Maxlite training department. We want to let you know that we are available to do custom education programs for you and your customers. We'll be happy to do lunch and learns. Does not have to be necessarily Maxlite centric, but it could be on technologies, LED in general, certifications, what you think that you and your customers would benefit most from, your employees as well. Folks, we know that your time is valuable. We appreciate that you have spent this time with us. So again, thank you for attending, and we hope you join us again next month and every month afterwards, the last Thursday, noon Eastern Standard Time every month. Thanks again.